What are you going to pay me if I don't? Welcome back, everybody.
Cookies.
By the way, I sounded a little creepy when I said, make sure you Google that gentleman. I'm just saying because he's a model. That's why. He's not like, he hasn't been involved in a crime spree around Vermont. So anyway, welcome back. Less than a week ago until Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? And if you've ever made the meal, you know that gravy is usually the last thing you have to do before everyone starts sitting down and ready to eat. And you're always like, oh, God, I got to make the gravy. So why not make your gravy ahead of time? Here to show us how a pressure cooker like the Instant Pot can help you on Thanksgiving is our foodie queen, the woman who never knows quite when to not talk on television, Stephanie Hansen, everyone. Hello.
Therefore, I'm like over here like, is it time? Is it time?
That was hysterical.
Hi, friend.
Hi, how are you doing?
I like the sweater.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very Brooks Brothers.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I'm part of their loyalty program, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah. She swore I was in, I've never been here, but.
Oh, I love Brooks Brothers.
I do as well, yes.
Very good no iron shirts. That's your little holiday tip if you have to shop for the man in your life. Yep.
We're getting, tips. I just found, that's where producer Ted gets his no iron shirts.
Oh, yes, they're exceptional. They have them for women too.
That's yeah. We'll be right back, everybody.
Tips.
Oh, we're doing gravy.
We're doing gravy.
That's right. Okay, because what I said in the intro is right. It's an afterthought sometimes. At the end.
Yeah, like everyone's standing in your kitchen, the turkey is ready to go, and you've put it on the platter, and now you're like, I gotta make the gravy. It causes a lot of panic for a lot of people. And so I thought, the Instant Pot, I have all these ways to it's not a time saver because it takes you the same amount of time.
Yeah.
It's a time manager because you can do it ahead.
Yeah, again, because I don't want people to think
it's
that
not
like
going to
be things up. No.
Nope. But you can do it like in the morning. You can do it the day before. You can do it days before.
Okay. So should we start with ingredients?
Yeah. So the first thing you're going to do, and this you do off screen, is you need some fat, right? So you've got to roast some turkey parts, wings, a back, necks. You can use chicken legs. You can use whatever is the cheapest poultry at your store. The bits and bites, the bits and parts. So you put it on a pan for 400 degrees and you roast it.
Okay.
And then you pull that off and you set the meat aside and you use that for turkey pot pie. But the pan has all that brown stuff on it that you scrape with a scraper with broth. So you put your broth and you put it on your pan, scrape, 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 put a stick of butter there. And you get all that together and all of that goodness, and you pour that into your jar, and that's what this is.
Okay.
This is 2 cups of broth with butter and turkey scraping pan drippings. Okay? Now, normally when you make
we got to come up with a better
turkey, I know. Normally when you make a turkey, and you take the turkey out, you use all of what's in the pan. But since we're doing it ahead, we needed to recreate that schmaltz. They actually do call it that. That's chicken fat.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
So now we've got all the things, and it's in here, and this is the magic. So
magic in a jar stuff.
You take all of your greasy magic,
okay,
and you put it in your Instant Pot. Now I have it on saute, so it's hot.
I was just going to ask you what setting do we have this on?
Just on saute. I'm just using it like a countertop cooker.
Okay.
So the next thing is the whisk. If you don't have a whisk, gravy is really a lot harder.
Make sure you wash it before you,
You have to whisk the entire time you're making the gravy.
Yeah.
You also need a good slurry. Slurry is flour and water. And you can use cornstarch, but I like to use flour.
Did you make up that word?
Slurry?
Yeah.
No.
That's okay.
I'm a slurry-burry. So you take your 2/3 cup of flour to 1/3 cup of water, and you make your slurry. Now watch.
Okay, I'm watching.
Okay, so we're gonna
Stop yelling at me.
We're gonna whisk the slurry into the gravy a little bit at a time. Now, can you open one of my stocks, please?
Anything for you.
Gravy is just stock, slurry, and fat. Okay?
Okay.
It's not super healthy, but so you're gonna.
Well, it's gravy. It's not supposed to be.
That's right.
If people are
and
looking
it's
for healthy
Thanksgiving.
gravy, don't eat gravy.
So you're stirring your slurry into your gravy, and notice I'm whisking the whole time.
Can we stop here and can we take a break from the slurry?
You can.
Okay. How does the slurry end up? You're gonna find out when Stephanie Slurry shows us more ways to do this when we come back. Back in a moment. We're whisking with your clean whisk. Welcome back, everybody. We're in the kitchen with Stephanie Hansen from stephaniesdish.com. She's helping us make some gravy. Now, when we last left, you were dipping in the Surrey Cruise.
The slurry.
Slurry.
Now, can you put like a cup of that in here? So I don't know if you can get an overhead shot. No,
Eric
it's like
will.
half.
Okay.
So you can see how thick this is getting. Like, okay, that's good. Okay. Poured it over my hand, but who's paying attention to that? I've dirtied your pants in segments past. So you're adding the stock to the slurry, to the fats, so you get the right texture.
Okay.
And maybe like...
Right there's your camera, right there.
Okay, so we're really getting a nice thickness out of this gravy. It's not lumpy because we did our slurry in advance and we stirred it and whisked it and got all that flour out. I'd like a little more stock, please.
Okay, sure.
Now, like anything that you make, whatever you put into it is what you get out. So use good quality stock. When you buy your turkey parts, get meaty parts that you're going to use for the roasting. And you get all of this going. You can do the rest.
Oh, the rest of it now?
Yeah. I like to use unsalted broth because I want to add all the salt on my own.
Oh, yeah, because you can't take it back out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, I would also like you, since this is the magic, okay?
What's the magic?
I can't profess to know what's in this stuff. It could be MSG. It could be chemicals. I suspect it is. But it makes gravy like my mom's, okay? So we're going to use it because it's amazing.
Is that your disclaimer?
Well, because it's like, okay, color sulfites, water, turnips, parsnips, carrots, celery, sodium something. I mean, come on. So can you put a teaspoon?
What is it? You didn't tell the folks what it is.
It's called Kitchen Bouquet, and it's like every mom and grandma knows that this is the secret to gravy. I know. Just a teaspoon,
like
please.
death.
Just a teaspoon.
Okay.
And what it's going to do is it's going to color. Notice I have not stopped whisking for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This is you just whisk, whisk, whisk. It's going to color the gravy so that it's dark and it's rich. A turkey gravy or a chicken gravy can sometimes be really white.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I want that gravy on my mashed potatoes to look beautiful and glossy. So I'm just whisking here, and I just keep whisking until I get the consistency that I want. I can add more slurry if I want to. The key now is to let it boil, because you got to boil off that floury taste.
And that's where, because my question would be, you're using the Instant Pot. Why wouldn't you just do this on your stovetop? What is the institutional advantage to using?
Good question,
Thank
Chase.
you. They don't give these shows to parrots.
Okay, I'd like you to put a teaspoon of soy sauce in while I answer that.
Okay.
Now I'm using soy sauce because it's going to give it a little bit of salt. When I started out the segment,
Okay.
I said this is not a time saver. Like it's the same amount of time.
Okay.
But gravy made this way, you can put the lid on the Instant Pot and turn your pot off, and it will be hot 3 hours later.
Oh, okay.
Or you can make it the day before, put it in the refrigerator like this. I made it a couple days ago, and I just used the slow cooker function on the Instant Pot. So now, like, I've got my gravy is done. I don't have to worry about it. I'm entertaining my guests. I'm getting my turkey ready for the table. I do Instant Pot mashed potatoes too.
Okay, so so this is basically done.
Yep,
Briefly,
I'm just stirring.
Because folks are going to want the So how do you do your what's your trick for the mashed potatoes?
Okay, you put your potatoes in the Instant Pot and you pressure cook them. And I have a recipe for this on the website. But you then put in a little bit of cream cheese, a little bit of sour cream, a little butter, a little stock, and then you get them all mashed up in there, and then you just stick the lid on, and they will stay hot in there for hours. So again, you've got...
Because they get nasty. Both these things, if they just sit on a pot without heat, they get nasty after the first Well, no, I mean, if you're coming up for seconds,
sure,
they get a little nasty.
A little crust on it, a little skim.
Yeah.
You can get the gravy skim. You can just push that to the side. Your gravy's still good.
Never say that again.
Gravy skim.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going. I'm still whisking.
You're gonna have carpal tunnel by the time.
I know. I'm gonna just finish up with my slurry.
Okay.
We didn't. You got to have the pot has to come to a boil, so it's just starting to do that.
It's television.
I know, and that helps you. But one other thing.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to add a little seasoning to your gravy. I like a little garlic. I think it makes it taste delicious. I microplane everything because why not? It's fun.
That's what you're doing right there.
Oh yeah.
You just can't chop up the garlic.
Then you get chunks. if I microplane it, it's just like an essence. It's just that little
You're so fancy.
oil of garlic. But it makes it have like a flavor, and it's like,
Without the chunk of the garlic.
Yeah, and it's not like, it's not the texture. You don't have like the little bits.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really coming up to temp now. Now, the funny thing about this is my third batch of gravy because I tested this recipe.
Yeah.
And my little 7th grade niece called me and she goes, please bring me all the gravy because her mom doesn't make it very good. So, yeah.
Should we probably call out her mom?
It's Cubby, my sister, who I call out because I cook for her.
Yeah.
Because I think she's Betty from Anoka.
Yeah.
It's Cubby from Coon Rapids.
So, Cubby from Coon Rapids,
Yeah,
you're
it's who
calling
I
her out.
cook
She
for.
doesn't make good food.
Not really. No, and she knows it, but she's better because I've taught her some stuff. Yeah, she's better than she used to be.
Stephanie, thank
It's
you.
Friday.
We'll be posting. Stephanie, you can stop stirring. The segment's
No,
over.
I gotta keep going
Okay.
because I'm gonna make the gravy for Skylar, my niece.
Stephanie's segments are on our YouTube and Facebook pages, and for all of her recipes, go to stephaniesdish.com. On behalf of all of us here at The Jason Show, Cubby, we're sorry. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. It is. It looks good.